Fine.
That's something, all right. Stretch your body part.
Anybody?
I don't think about it much, and it's probably I'm getting a little bit to that stereotypical coach thing where I just shut myself off from thinking about it. It's definitely cool. It's the school record in wins. We did it at, in Division I. All good stuff. So pleased with that. And I'll tell the kids that I'm pleased with the way they're playing. They're playing hard. They're doing good stuff. So we acknowledge that. But then also each week there's something to work on. And coming out of the Memorial game, there's stuff to work on. So we're going to try and fix that stuff. We're going to practice hard and then come out and play hard this weekend and see if we can get it done.
We're going to go uppers all week. We're going to go tomorrow again. Wednesday, we're going to give you guys the day off again. Thursday, Friday, back in uppers at Barnard. All right, so it's going to be 4 practices of about an hour 10. So 4 short practices this week. I think that's going to do well for you guys. And I think having you guys fresh by having Wednesday off is going to help too.
It's kind of surreal. I mean, you go into the season with so much work that you put in the preseason, then in August with your team, and with double sessions and all, and just to know that all of that hard work is finally paying off. That you do get that extra week, and if you win, you do get that another extra week. It's nice. It's a good feeling.
Already a lot more energy, I think, especially on the scout team and defenses and stuff. The defense was flying around today making plays, and our scout team players are trying to give us the best looks as possible. So yeah, definitely more energy.
I feel like a big difference in it because later on that night of the game, I was talking to Borg, when we were on kick return, I'm like, this is our last game, imagine if we didn't make the playoffs. That would be our last game playing together and stuff like that. So I'm just very thankful that we just made it to the playoffs.
It's a great feeling. The last time that I was able to practice for a playoff game was my freshman year, and we were back in D3 back then. So it's a really good feeling. It's a good reminder to us to say hey, we're finally being able to compete in the D1 level, and it's a really, it's nice to extend our season because no one wants to be turning in pads at the end of the regular season. It's always, it's always a letdown, especially for the seniors and stuff. So it's a really good feeling.
Good luck, Casey.
I wouldn't miss a playoff game for a hamstring injury. I would have definitely done whatever I could.
Yeah, I don't think it was really a decision either. If that was a playoff game last weekend, I don't think he could have played. And he may have wanted to, but he's a kid, so a hamstring injury. I don't want him out there trying to play on that. Plus, we have other guys that we feel confident can step up into that role, and Nick Moakland did a great job with that. So, the week off hopefully helped. This week we're going to see how it goes. He practiced a bit today, looked good when he was out there, but we limited him, and we'll kind of go into the rest of the week, kind of try to sprinkle him in, see how it goes. But
yeah, I guess so. Being fresh, and it's never a bad thing. It didn't suck kind of not being able to play with my teammates on Friday, but yeah, it was, I guess, a good break.
Yeah, we're banged up. The first more than half of the season, we actually were really fortunate. Did not have a lot of injuries. We got kind of a run of the injuries as we played, Bedford, BG, Central all back to back. So Melanson being out for the year that's a big loss. Damian Jackson's been out. It looks like a chance he's going to be back this week, so we're excited about that. He's a big difference maker. Cam Bond will still be out at least this week. Hopeful that should we win this weekend, he maybe comes back in another week or two. And then we got a couple other guys that we think are going to play, but they're not 100%. We held a couple of guys out this past weekend, for example. So, same boat as really everybody else at this time of year, I think.
I think the biggest challenge that we're facing right now is just guys being injured. We got one of our star players is out with mono. We got another guy who's looking pretty sick right now. One of our linebackers, has a knee injury. Just all these things just keep piling up, and it keeps.
Be good to watch our game in particular, and then watch their most recent one. But to remember how the game went, we basically kicked off and pinned them deep every time we kicked off, which was helpful. So we'll need great special teams, which has not been great the last couple of weeks.
It's great that our regular season we went undefeated, but if we go out and lose our first playoff game, that'll sting, that'll hurt, that'll be in the back of our minds forever. Just like, what if? I mean, we just have to go out there and not, at the end of the game, not have that what if moment. Like, what if this, what if that? We just have to go out there and lay it all on the line.
This is an awesome feeling. Like, I don't know if it's the first time they've been undefeated, Goffstown, but it just feels awesome.
The goal is the state championship. The goal is to get that ring on our fingers, and you know, we're not going to stop at anything to get it. You know, 9-0 doesn't mean anything. You know, it's the playoffs that really count now, because you lose one game, you're already out.
Nothing really. I mean, the fact that we have an undefeated season was pretty cool. It's awesome actually, but yeah, the end game is to make it to that championship game and win it. So we're just gonna take each game at a time and do what we gotta do.
That sounds like a way to live, right?
Here's your stand-up guy that we showed you today. This is the D tackle that Moses was playing today. We have him like inside eye to tackle. He might be head up at times, we don't know. Down here, this guy was outside. So there's your 42 box. At times, they'll take this kid, put him inside, and they have to bring a safety up or somebody to play it out here on the edge. They did that like third quarter against us.
The stand-up guy is 100% to the field.
Teams usually improve throughout the season. In the case of North, I think that they have big time, because they didn't start out too strong, but then again they did play us and Bedford. So I mean, I think we've improved as well though. So I mean, it's gonna be a battle. They are a playoff team obviously, so we're gonna be going back and forth a little bit, but as long as we can just stick to what we're good at, I think we'll be able to come out on top.
The same kids, but they've progressed, and I hope we have as well, and that'll be kind of the challenge. Who's improved more, or have they improved enough to catch us? I think they run the ball better. I think their running backs are a little bit more explosive. Their line was a strength back in week 3, and I think they're still playing well. And in the passing game, they've got a big target who, number 88. His first game was against us. He was out the first couple of weeks, so he's gotten incorporated in their offense a little bit more. So I think they've kind of they've developed, they've evolved, they've found kind of what they're good at. So it'll be interesting. It's been a long time since week 3 was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'd say they're a different team. They obviously have progressed further in their season, and they've just gotten bigger, better. They're clicking better. But at the same time, we have also, I think we're clicking way better than we were week 3. And I think it'll be.
And I've seen their passing game has gotten a lot better. They're finding better openings for the receivers so they can catch us. So they've gotten a lot better, I can tell.
We both, North and us, we both grew as teams. We both gotten stronger, gotten better, and they gave it to us our first time we faced them. So they're gonna come out there and give it to us again. I mean, they're looking to win. We're both looking to win. We're both looking to move on. So it's gonna be a matchup.
So we don't know exactly what we're going to get, but we expect it to be something like this. Secondary to trips, it should be quarter, half. So there's your shallow defenders, not all that shallow. 2 deep guys back there. Corner here, and then a deep guy that's out of the picture back here.
Maybe a little bit. I think the fact that it was so long ago maybe negates a little bit of that. But it's definitely difficult to beat a team the second time around. I mean, you put together your game plan the first time, your kids go out, if you can execute it, then maybe you come out on top, and now you got to go back to this drawing board and you got to do it all over again. And you've already shown some stuff to them, so you kind of know how you match up with them in certain spots. So I think the advantage always goes to the team that lost in the regular season, because they get to see where they lost, see where you attacked, and then kind of they get to come up with some answers for it. So for us, it's a mix of, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right? So we kind of want to do what we do and all that stuff, but we know they're going to make adjustments, so we need to kind of keep developing and keep evolving. So it's it's more of an art than a science. Like it's an inexact thing. So I hope we do well with it. And really, the best thing we can do, and it's coach speak again, but make ourselves better. So if we're doing better footwork, better techniques, playing better football, then that should serve us well.
We can't expect the same thing that happened during the regular season, because they obviously changed since it's the end of their season, and then they go into the playoffs, so they changed some things around just so they can get better.
From us knowing what they're made of and what they can do, it doesn't always help us out, because a lot of times teams can underestimate another team just based on what they've seen throughout the season. And I think the score of our game, in the regular season against them, we scored pretty highly against them, and we didn't really have that much of a challenge. But you never know how much a team could improve throughout the season. So it's a little, intimidating to say, because they are a playoff team and they are a threat to us. And so if we lose against them, there's no going back at the end of our season.
You guys are good for today. Tomorrow, same drill. Get outside fast after school.
It's a cool deal. Yeah, and so it's, hey, we wake up Saturday morning, we're going to come here to school and then go out and play football. We don't have to get on the bus, we don't have to go anywhere, and it's nice that we've earned that. So, thrilled to be playing at home. It's just such a fun place to play, great environment. The fans have been awesome this year. So I love the fact that we have a home game. I think it's a great thing, and the kids have earned it. And we only had 4 home games this year, so this is our 5th one now, so it kind of evens out. So, really, it's a cool thing.
When Pat got that interception, second play of our defensive drive, it was just, we thought that our offense would, for sure be able to capitalize on it, and for them to not be able to put the points on the board besides, the 3 from the field goal was really, aggravating, and I think it kind of pumped us up a little bit more, and we just really wanted to hit them even harder.
The turnover was definitely huge. It helped get the momentum back, right in our swing right away, but just the fact that we didn't get a touchdown on the first time we got down to the 1, it was, I didn't see it as a problem, because I knew our offense was going to be able to adapt and change throughout the game, and we still got points out of it, so it wasn't a total bust. So that was good.
They're a big team, Nashua North. So I wasn't surprised that at times we had issues running. They did what we thought they might do when they crammed an extra guy in the box. We also had a false start there when it was third and inches from the goal line, so we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So at that point, it's take the points. I felt good defensively about our game plan, so I thought we could get on them. Special teams was good for us again, so I thought we could pin them deep. We had the wind in that first quarter, so the thought there was, you'd love to have scored a touchdown, but let's kick off again deep. Let's pin them deep with our special teams. Defense is playing well, hold them, field position, get the ball back, and hopefully do better. some injured guys are starting to come back, so that helped also. And then, you know, I thought we practiced pretty well and, you know, came out and played well, especially early, so that was good to get off to a good start.
Going in on Saturday, I definitely felt nervous, you know, because that could have been the last game that I ever played on that field. But at the same time, the preparation we put in to play against North was good enough to beat them, so I was fairly confident.
People were pretty confident, you know. I think some people might have actually been overlooking the game, looking more towards the semifinal game this upcoming week. But you know, we have seen what they can do before, and we know that, you know, we can put up a lot of points against them and stuff. So that's really what we were looking to do this game. I think it could have gone a little bit better, you know, if we did actually complete, you know, a lot of the assignments that we kind of messed up, these little tiny errors that we see here and there in the film. You know, you can always play better than you did, and I think that it is true for our case, but overall it was a good turnout. You know, putting up 50 points in a playoff game is really, you know, pretty good. So I think we're pretty happy with it, and we're ready to move on to next week.
You know, just keeping guys fresh, you know, limiting bangs. You know, just this time of year everybody's banged up, so the fact that we were able to do that, you know, get second level guys or guys that kind of rotate in, get them more playing time. You never know when that's going to come in. That could be critical in the next couple of weeks. So got game experience for those guys. That was a good thing. And it's not like it was easy. I mean, it was, you know, Nashville North is a tough team. They played us tough, so, you know, we had to fight. We showed up. We played well.
You know, we really don't know what to expect score-wise for this upcoming game. You know, it's going to be, you know, it's definitely going to be a nail-biter. It's going to be a tough game, and we really can't rely on what they put up against BG or what BG put up against them, you know, regardless of what quarter it was or how late it was in the game. You know, it's just going to be, we got to look forward to what we have to do and what our responsibilities are going to be this week, and we got to make sure that we play at the top of our game.
Look, whether you're up 21 or down 21, the game's not over. And maybe sometimes it's, the kids don't believe you necessarily, and this was, now we're able to point at something and say, these guys just came back from that, so, you know, it's going to be a long game. And we may be down early, we may be up early, but either way, you got to keep